What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. We're making our way through Chaos 8 Mastery, and next up we have the Dragonfall Sewers. On this one we have to survive all waves, have no cores fall below 90% health, build no anti-air, build no auras, and earn all the stars in the same attempt. So for this map, we're going to be focusing on, you guessed it, we're going to use some archers. So going with archers here, double tap, mass destruction, and deadly strikes. Additionally, I am going to throw down some buff beams, using that on our buff beams. And then I'm going to throw in some proton beams just for a little bit of crowd control. And then I think I'll go ahead and DPS on my regular nuke monk. I don't think we're going to bring anything else special. We're just going to go with the one proton beam just for a little bit of a slow, and it'll be applying the poison, but we're not going to bother chasing after the earth combo here. But before we get started, let's hear from today's video sponsor. Ragnarok Online fans rejoice as Ragnarok Origin is coming to North America on the App Store and Google Play Store. Ragnarok Origin is a mobile MMORPG that will allow players to explore Midgard as trouble begins to surface after thousands of years of peace between the gods, humans, and demons. It has improved graphics, battles, and quests, and many opportunities to immerse yourself fully. Featuring plenty of customization options, you will be able to create your own unique hero from one of the 6 classes. Pre-registration is available right now. There is a link down in the description below. There is several different tiered rewards for pre-registering, and additionally, there's a chance to win a Tesla Model S. So get on over and pre-register for Ragnarok Origin. In addition to that, on September 23rd, running through September 27th, there will be a closed beta test, so make sure you head on over and get pre-registered. Alright, so we've got 900 DU to work with here, and what do we want to do? I think we're going to start off with some archers right across here that is kind of double dipping on both of these northern lanes. We'll just throw one, actually let's throw 4 total if we can fit them all. Something like that, and hopefully that will cover those middle lanes. Let's go ahead and buff all of this up with a buff beam, as you know. Nothing wrong with a little buff beam action, that is for sure. Now, what else do we want to do here? Well, we want a little bit of crowd control, so let's make sure we're in range of the archers. We are, so let's throw a little proton beam action right here. And you know, if we have enough, I'm not sure if we're going to have enough mana for it, but if we do, I would love to double dip on it like that. Now we need to take a look at the crowd control over in this lane. The archers are not making it. Their range is not shooting all the way over to here. So we don't want to CC the mobs there. We want to CC the mobs down here where the archers will be able to just pew away on them. So let's go ahead and throw a couple of proton beams right here as well. I think that should probably get it for the north side. We may end up having a bunch of DU left over. If so, we will sneak some more archers in somewhere. That is for sure. Over here, we want to do things just a touch sketchy, and we're going to build right here in the actual lane. So once again, I'm going to split the lanes. That way, both sides of the archers are getting action. One down below, and then one right up top there, of course. And let's go something like that. Let's get our buff beam in here. We'll go directly across the archers with the buff beam. We're definitely going to want some crowd control on this one, and I want to go as close as I can to the spawn. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to get just some massive freeze going on in here, and we will freeze and slow these baddies right up. And then what else? On this lane, I really feel like we need some reflect beam action. So let's go ahead and just go something like that for a reflect beam. I think that should help out a ton. Now, additionally, we want to look down here, and it looks like right about here is where the archer's range is going to go to. So, once again, we want to crowd control this lower lane right about here. See, and that leaves me 150 DU left. What do I do with 150? Well, if we drop down another buff beam, that's going to cost 30. That would leave us 120 left, which would be 3 archers. So I could maybe throw some archers right here for a little double dip. Let's go ahead and throw down a buff beam. Something like that. And then we'll throw some archers right on top of it. Just splitting the map, basically. And just a little additional damage there. And actually, I think that is going to make these archers reach much better. Actually, I'm 10 DU short. Boo! 10 shy there. Well, we got 2 archers in anyway. What do we want to do with the other 30? Well, I mean, another reflect beam would be kind of an obvious choice, I think. You know what? Let's do that. Let's throw another reflect beam right here, just in case any of these range mobs do make the push in. So we'll go something like that and just get some really good reflect beam coverage. I like it. I think it looks pretty good. I think we're going to do all right. But, you know, the proof is in the pudding. So let's fire it up and see how it goes here. Just going to keep an eye on the mini-map and see what gets pushed. If this build doesn't work, it's going to end really, really quick. So that's, I guess, a big benefit of it. It is a little trial and error, but if things don't work out, it will be over in a pretty quick fashion. There's just no doubt there. It looks like the CC is holding. Things are getting frozen and slowed in those proton beams. And I think we're doing all right so far. So it doesn't look like anything is really pushing past the proton beams at all. And that's what I'm really hoping for. So everything's getting melted. So far, so good. Of course, since it's Chaos 8, we don't have EMP kobolds. And that means that the regular dive bombers that come out, if we get any, they're going to dive bomb into the proton beams. So I don't have to worry about my archers being destroyed by any flyers, which is kind of a luxury here. Let's see, we had one enemy, it looks like, started the push down here. But it's got a long way to run up and around in full range of the archers. And then, of course, when it gets up here, it's going to be getting pegged by those 2 archers as well. So I think we're looking pretty good, y'all. Let's throw all of our upgrades into the archers and just see what we can do here. But I think this build just might get the job done here. Let's gather up all we can. I'm not going to upgrade those 2 archers yet. I want to focus on the main 2 strings of them. So let's get ups on these as well. Actually, I may even throw a few more ups on these. Yeah, let's do that. And then, you know what? We'll get 1 upgrade on each one of these, just as a kind of a last resort and a just in case. Now, let's keep an eye on it here. We'll have to see when the bosses start flowing, see how rough it gets here. But so far, looking quite nice. Things are dying. Things are being crowd controlled. All of the important factors are there. So we're burning the trash and we're CCing the packs. And now it's all about the bosses. Are we going to be able to burn the bosses? I think these archers will just completely decimate any of the bosses. But we'll have to see what we get. A siege roller, of course, can end up ruining your day if you don't catch it right. Or if you're in the wrong place when it starts launching those roller rockets at you. Let's just go and let it fly here. The other good thing about all this CC is when the assassins come, I should be able to get them off really, really quick by just hopping down into that proton beam. So, good stuff there for sure. Just keep spraying into them. See, we got Malthius over here as our first boss. Looks like Malthius is going to get wrecked, but, you know, we'll go ahead and feed him just a little bit anyway. But, yeah, things are looking super smooth, y'all. I think this build is going to get the job done. So let's go ahead and jump on forward to wave number 5. And here we go in wave number 5. It's been pretty smooth sailing the whole time. I've just focused on upgrading the archers, and that's about it. They've been really getting the job done. I have gotten a few siege rollers. Of course, when the siege rollers come, I get in there and dirty that guy up a little bit. but for the most part, just spamming upgrades into these archers and calling things good. So the proton beams are just a crazy quality of life thing when it comes to dealing with assassins, so that makes the assassins quite trivial, really. So let's go ahead and spray it down here, check out wave 5, and see if we can't get our 5 stars. I don't think we're at a reward tier yet. We've got maybe another to go before we hit a reward tier. I'm not even positive. We'll have to take a peek here and check it out. Getting through them, though, if you look at the mini-map, nothing is really pushing past the proton beams, and that's really what I'm looking for. You know, of course, when a boss comes, a boss will... the worst things that I could get right now is Quibbly. So hopefully we don't get any Quibs. There's a Cannon Ogre. The Cannon Ogre could ruin my day, but I think he's going to get just completely wrecked. We'll have to see here. Threw one more sun on him. I'm kind of stuck in there. There we go. Cannon Ogre down. We do have Gribs to deal with as well, and a Siege Roller. So let's deal with the Roller first. That way we don't have to worry about those Roller Rockets at all. And yeah, we got wrecked. So I'm going to have to put a little bit more work into that Roller. Should be able to get him right here just from range, probably. There we go. And yeah, looks like Gribs got wrecked by himself. So in great shape there. We've got a couple of stuck beds, a few down over the ledge. What's going on down there, guys? And then we got something going on over here as well. So a few stuck mobs in there, but besides that, pretty darn smooth sailing. So that was the Dragonfall Sewers in Chaos 8 Mastery Mode. So let's go ahead and snag our 5 stars, and it is GG's. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.